don't interrupt. Better scores, yeah, I'm moving up the day. Better cars, better bars, yeah, stealing what I say. Easy life, feeling right, yeah, sick of medium. With the Nissan Roll, with the Prius, oh yeah, we got a little.
This is the Mark IV Toyota Supra, and yes, this one, it is not the fastest or the most brutally tuned one. However, it is the one with the coolest owners. Huge thanks to Superlime for providing me this amazing car. If you're in Sofia and you're looking for the best detailing and proper maintenance wash of your car, link will be down below for their Facebook page. You won't be disappointed, I can promise you. Let's talk history first. Why did the Toyota Supra become so popular in recent years, you might ask? Well, because of two things. The first is the 2JZ engine. We all know it can be easily tuned up to 800 horsepower without changing any internal components. And second, its participation in one of the best car series that we know nowadays, namely the Fast and Furious. The Mark IV Toyota Supra was produced from 1993 to 2002, and it got a mid-cycle refresh, also known as a facelift, in 1997, where it mostly got some really minor design changes, including the front and rear headlights, as well as a new 3-spoke steering wheel on the interior. The 2JZ engine is a 3-liter straight-six producing stock 326 horsepower. It comes with two turbos in this top version, and there is a smaller one which is responsible for the low-end RPM, and another one, the bigger one, which kicks in around 4000 RPM and really gets the car going. The car comes with both an automatic or a manual gearbox, and as you could expect, the manual gearbox option is the more expensive one because of the tuning limitations that the automatic has. It can go to around 550 horsepower, otherwise you'd probably run the risk of destroying it. The car is rear-wheel drive only, and to help put its power down and also to optimize traction, it is fitted with a limited slip differential, which is also a torque sensing one. There is also that almost near perfect weight distribution of 53 to 47. And compared to its predecessor, the car actually comes with around 90 kilos of weight savings, bringing the total weight to around 1565 kilos for that manual version. On the side, you can see that the stock Supra was coming with 17-inch wheels, standard for the UK spec and an option for the Japanese spec. All of that so it can accommodate that bigger brakes that need to be fitted. 4 pistons is standard in the front and 2 pistons at the rear. This one now it rides on 18 inches, like most of the other tuned ones, and it has 6 piston brakes in the front. So pretty respectable stopping power. And that brings me on to the differences between the UK and the Japanese spec. The front headlights, they are coming in a glass housing and a washers standard for the UK spec and in plastic for the Japanese one. The UK spec comes as standard with the bonnet scoop, which you can always differentiate if you check under the bonnet and you can see the air scoop underneath. You can always retrofit that to the Japanese model, but it's mostly for styling. There is a drop-down front splitter that extends underneath the front bumper at higher speeds, which is available for the UK spec and not for the Japanese one. At the rear, the differences continue in the tail lights design. For the Japanese spec, you get this yellow, red and white configuration, where for the European one you get a yellow, red, white and red. Another difference is the Toyota badge, which the UK spec get a standard on the left hand side. The differences continue in the interior, and for the UK spec you get an option for a cream leather interior in a very nice light color. In the Japanese one you don't, and most of the models for the Japanese spec are coming with a second glove box, where the UK ones, due to regulations, are getting an airbag. The interior feels like a proper Toyota. It is simple, reliable and robust. It is really simple, and I think it works very well for that time. The cockpit feels just as a proper military airplane of that age. You get all the buttons you need at the right places. This completely analog gauge cluster feels really nice and makes the car a true classic, completely unsusceptible to aging. Driving the Toyota Supra, in this current one it is 600 plus horsepower, and when it was a stock car it wasn't the fastest. However, it was the car with the best braking performance. It actually kept the record for 7 years in total, from 1997 to 2004. Pretty impressive, huh? And I'm not gonna talk too much about this car current performance because it all depends on how and if a Toyota Supra is tuned. However, I'm gonna ask all the important questions. Is it loud? Yes. Is it fast? Oh yes. Is it scary? Absolutely. And is it fun, enjoyable, and amazing experience? Yes, yes, and yes. And that brings me to the final conclusion. If you like older Japanese classic cars and you can afford one, then go and buy it straight away. There's not much cars that would deliver and offer the same amount of fun, thrilling and exciting performance. But be fast, because with every single minute the price of the Toyota Supra is getting higher and higher. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked that video. Please subscribe to the channel and consider liking this video so we can offer more amazing content like this one. See you next time.